Hi everybody, thanks for joining me. Welcome to Skates Home Learning. So today we are going to take a look at how to do breakout rooms. We are now almost halfway through first quarter and people are wanting to delve into those breakout rooms so that students can do some group work and do some mini discussions and things like that, but that teachers are still able to have some control and observe and be able to move in and out of those rooms with ease and without having that feedback and things like that. So this is a really great extension that allows teachers to still have control, but allow students to have the ability to have those breakout rooms and work in small groups. So what you want to go to Chrome Web Store and you're going to download the Google Meet breakout room. And it is nice and easy. So you're going to download that and then you're going to click the purple tabs. So we're going to go ahead, I'll show you how to set it up and how to use it before you enter your classroom. So we'll click on the purple tab and this is going to be kind of your command center. Now in settings, you're only going to have to set this up once, but you're going to click settings. And the first thing you want to do, make sure it's set on tabs. This is mostly so that it is nice and organized. If you don't click on that, once you open up your breakout rooms to start class, it'll open up all sorts of windows. So for example, if you want to have 5 breakout rooms and you click to open, all 5 breakout rooms will open up in 5 separate windows, which will be very hard to maneuver. But when you click on here, they'll all be in the same window and they'll just be a bunch of tabs, much easier for you to maneuver. The other one you want to set is right here where it says no limit. It's very silly, but it just is letting the computer know that it's okay to put them all in one window and have all the tabs right here. The next one is courses. This is where you're going to add your different periods. So you set up your different classes so that you can have your different breakout rooms for your different classes. So that again, each main room will be for your different Google Classrooms. Because again, you want the main room to match your Google Classroom link. Because again, you want to have that host control so that you can lock the classroom, you can take the attendance, and it matches that of your Google Meet. Or your Google Classroom Meet so that you still have that security of the Google Classroom. Then the next one is setting up those breakout rooms. So you're going to click on rooms. So here you're going to click on course and you'll click the period that you want. So Skates Home Learning. And then the main should be again the main link from your Google Classroom. So we'll go to our Google Classroom and we'll want to have our Google Meet link. So we'll get this link right here will always be our main link for our Google breakout sessions. So we'll go ahead and click here. And then we're just going to grab the link and we're going to add it in here. So then we know that now our main room is going to be the same as our Google Classroom link. So when the kids join, that's going to be their main room. Now the next decision we're going to make is how many breakout rooms we want. Let's say I want 5. Then I'm just going to add 5 rooms. So I can say breakout. So you have your 5 groups. And then you click save. And it's automatically going to create those links for you. So you're all set. So again, I have my self-generated link right here that's going to match my link from the Google Classroom, and then it created my breakout links for me. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on Meet. This up here is going to be my mission control station. Down here though is where it's going to help me control everything. So I'm going to be in my Skates Home Learning. I'm going to have my 5 breakout classes. Now, when I get in my Google Meet, all I have to do right here is I copy and paste this, and I'll put that into my chat, and I'll let my kids know which group they're going to go into, so then they just have to click on the link that they want, and they can go in. Easy enough, right? Now, this is where I get to control everything, and this is super nice, and you'll notice these buttons are going to be essential. So once you open, so it says here, open and sync main room. That's just going to open up the Google Classroom Meet. Open and sync breakouts, that's going to open up my 5 breakout rooms. Open and sync both, that's going to open all 6. So I'll show you what that looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and click this button, and you're going to notice that now, notice how all of the meets are opening up, and they're opening up on the same tab so that I'm able to see them. All right, so if you can see, if you notice now that I now have 4 buttons down here, so I can now hear what's going on in this group. I can now, if I wanted to, talk in this group. So now you can see that they're now hearing me. I could turn my camera on in this group. I could hang up on this group. And then if I didn't want to hear them anymore, I turn this off and I no longer can hear them. I can pop into any of these groups I want. So the other cool thing is this is now the mission control station. So notice this is the main. Right now I'm listening in the main. All of them, I can right here, I can say I want to turn them on. Right now I can hear all of them at the same time. That's a lot. I can turn them all off. So if I did that again, so now notice, I'm going to go back to my breakouts. Notice that this is now red. Red, red, red. I'm going to do this again, turn it, now it's green. Now notice that they're all green. So now I'm hearing all of them at once. You never really want to hear them all at once because that would be a lot of sound. But what you can do is if I click this button, now I'm just in group A and I'm just listening to group A. Now I'm in group B, I'm just listening to group B. Now I'm group C, I'm just listening to group C. And so this right here is letting you go from each group to each group and listening, or I can just talk to group D, or right now I'm listening to group D, I'm speaking to group D, and they can now see me in group D. And all the other ones, I can't hear them, they're not speaking, and they're not seeing me. So you get to decide who you are speaking to, who you're listening to, and who can see you, and you can turn them on and off as you go through. And if you see that flashing, that's because it's pulling that one screen up, and you can go and flip through them. If you want to talk to all of the rooms at once, you click on here, and now you're making an announcement. So you could say, hey everybody, you have 2 minutes left, or you guys should be discussing this question at this moment in time. If you want all of the groups to see you, so your picture pops up into all of the groups, you can now do this, and now your face is going to pop up into all of the groups at that time. So if I showed you that, so if I look, see now my face is in all of them. Now the other thing that you have is down here, if anyone's not behaving right here, you can mute everybody. You can mute everybody in the breakout rooms. You can also remove people. So you can remove everybody in certain rooms. You can remove people in all the breakout rooms. You can hang up on people. So these are things that you can do at the end. So when you want everyone to come back and say, okay, everybody, you need to move back to the main room, this is going to end the call. So this is the breakouts are over, hang up all breakouts. You would click this, that would end the breakout rooms, and making sure they're all going to come into the main room. Class is over, remove everybody from the main room. That's also a nice tool because we know that doesn't always work for us. That would end the class. So these are some tools that are new that we don't always have in the regular day that you can do now that you have this tool at the end of class. So if I click this right now, breakouts are now over. I'm going to click this button, and let's see what happens to my breakouts. So notice that they're now all closed because I ended all my breakouts. So it's a nice little trick. In order for you to move from room to room, you can speak to all of them, you can see all of them, you can hear all of them, and able to kind of keep tabs on what all of the kids are doing. So I hope that this helped. I hope that you feel a little bit more comfortable about doing breakout rooms. You can also minimize this so that this is, see how this kind of shrinks, so you're able to keep this nice and skinny, and then you can keep all of your tabs over here. As always, please like, share, comment, and I hope to see you next time. Enjoy.